Hi everyone, welcome to Downtown Doral Charter Upper School's second annual theatrical production of the spring. I'm so happy to have you here. My name is Mr. James Michael Alderiso. Thank you for coming out and supporting live theater. I just want to give a couple disclaimers, okay, about what you're about to see in front of you. Back in September, I started the arduous task of adapting Anton Chekhov's classic play from 1898 Russia. I've always been a fan of this play, but because it's in translation from Russian, I wanted to update it not only for our community, but also to the modern ear and to modern English. I obviously do not speak Russian, but I use a lot of different sources and translations, okay? I'm really excited for what you're about to see in front of you tonight. I want to just give a couple disclaimers, some house etiquette of the theater, so to speak. Please take this time right now to turn off all cell phones, okay? Please, 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 please. There is nothing more rude, right, than a phone going off in the middle of the production. Our actors worked so hard to bring you this event tonight. It literally was 5-6 months in the making. So if you can just silence them at all times, okay? There will be a 15-minute intermission between Acts 2 and 3 this evening. We have concessions in our wonderful lobby, some light refreshments that you may help yourself to. Cash only, I'm afraid, unfortunately. At any moment, if you need to use the restrooms, okay, you have two alternatives. You can go out through this door, but I just have to let you know that there are actors and actresses coming in and out of that door, okay? There are 2 bathrooms propped open for you. They are unisex bathrooms. If you are on this side of the house, you may also use the bathrooms near my bulletin board and the main bathrooms that the children use during the school day, okay? Acts 1 and 2 run 1 hour and 15 minutes. There's a 15-minute intermission, and Acts 3 and 4 combined are only 40 minutes, okay? I just want to leave you with a quote today by the Los Angeles Times theater critic. His name is Charles McNulty, and he recently wrote an article about the playwright, Anton Chekhov. And I just want to share that with you this evening, okay? He said, "His art does not seek to correct, but merely to show that as we dream of better lives, our own lives are quietly unfolding in front of us." Thank you so much. Thank you for being here tonight, and I hope you enjoy the performance. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Why not have some tea, dear?
I don't want any tea.
Then how about some vodka?
Andrea, the vodka de Velez. I don't drink vodka every day. Besides, it's too damn hot outside. Nanny, how long have we known each other?
The two of us? Well, I would have to think about that. You started practicing medicine in this area about 2 years before Sonia's mother died. So I would say going on 11 years now.
And do you think I've changed much?
You? Oh, yes. You used to be much more younger and much more handsome. Now life is trying to catch up with you. Oh, and you drink now.
It's because I'm overworked. I never get a moment's rest. Day after day on my feet, getting called to this house or that house. Always to help someone through their final days. It's depressing as all hell is what it is. And then life in general, it's so tedious. Nanny, it is merciless, these lives we live. Day in and day out, we do the same thing every day. A person begins to get tired. Well, tired and numb. That's how I feel, Nanny. Numb. I ask for nothing. I need nothing. I love no one. But I do love you. I do love you, Nanny.
You should eat something.
No, I'm not hungry. I have to tell you, a few weeks before Easter, I got called out to Militskoye. It was disgusting. The pandemic ravaged that town. Nanny, the afflicted were tossed together into tents. Livestock and pigs were coming in and out of the tents. It was filthy. At the end of the day, I couldn't wash the stink of death off me. I couldn't sleep. I would just lay in bed and think to myself, in 200 years from now, will anyone remember these people? Will anyone remember us? No, they will not.
Man forgets, but God remembers.
Yes, you are right, Nanny. Thank you for that.
I wish I slept in the afternoon.
Did you have a good sleep, Vanya?
Sleep is the only relief that I get. Ever since the professor and his fine young wife have come to us, my sleeping schedule has been thrown entirely off track. I'm always falling asleep at the wrong time. And my niece, poor Sonia, she now does all the work around here. I just can't seem to break this relentless cycle. I get up, I eat. I drink some wine before lunch. I eat lunch, then I drink some vodka. There it is. And then I sleep and drink some more. It's the same thing every day. Eat, sleep, drink, repeat. And the very next day the same. Eat, sleep, and drink.
Well, there is some truth to this. This house is a completely different household when he's here. Every day the professor gets up at noon. Well, the samovar has been on for 2 hours. Everything revolves around his schedule. Before, we used to have lunch at the normal hour of 1 o'clock. Do you know what time he likes to have his lunch now? Do you?
No, what time? Tell me.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock at night. I hate that number.
Do you think they'll stay here for long?
They're gonna stay here for 100,000 years to torment our sad, pathetic lives.
It is exasperating. The samovar has been on for 2 hours. And do they care? Of course not. They're out taking a stroll.
Yeah, well, I guess we better pipe down. I hear them coming.
You know, it amazes me the beauty of this place. Such splendid views, and to think I value Moscow above the countryside for so many years.
Distinguished Professor, it is an honor to have you back with us. These forests, As a state, they do something for the soul, don't you think?
Oh, and Papa, we haven't seen all of it yet. Tomorrow we can even go back and finish it.
Yeah, that's all fine, well and good. But the tea's been ready for hours. Will you have some? Please do have some.
I will have it in my study. I'm quite busy and have a considerable amount of writing to do. Please send it to my study.
Oh, and would you like some biscuits and jam with that as well? Maybe we can fetch you a recliner so while you're writing, we can just sit and rub your feet, right? Right there.
That's settled, take it in my study.
Right. We'll get that to you, Papa.
Yes, very well, thank you. Good day to you all.
It's the middle of June, and this guy's dressed like we're about to ring in the new year. That man is insufferable.
I will admit he does look a bit, what's the word for it, peculiar.
Astrov, did you see his new wife? My God, I've never seen such a beautiful creature in all my life. She's an absolute goddess.
You know, I must say, I'm in the best spirits this afternoon. I have breathed in the fresh air from the forest, and I've heard the birds chirping and the stream flowing. All this while, I feel content. I feel at peace. And when I look at across from you, Miss Marina, I'm reminded of God's grace and beauty.
You'll stop at nothing.
Did you see her eyes, Astrov? There's such sensuality in them, such intensity, they're piercing.
Do you think it's best to spend so much time pining after another man's woman?
What else is there to do? Everything around here is so boring. Boring and tedious. Nothing changes, and boredom prolongs laziness, you know, so I don't do much nowadays. All I pretty much do is just drink, sit, and complain.
And how's that working out for you?
Yeah, well, at least I'm not a hypocrite like the professor, or delusional like my mother. I heard she's still talking about the emancipation of women. And it's hilarious, because she's got one foot in the grave and another in the dusty pile of feminist pamphlets.
Why are you so bothered by it?
I'm rightfully indignant. The man sits in his study every goddamn day, poring over nonsensical writing. Scribble, 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 day in and day out. You know, what he really ought to write about is his own autobiography. Now that's a book that I'd actually read. Imagine this. The life of a retired professor. He's as stale as an old piece of toast, and his health absolutely deplorable. He's riddled with gout, rheumatism, migraines, hot flashes, and he's got a lazy liver.
You're too much, Vanya.
Yeah, and now he lives in my dead sister's estate. Oh, it's not like he actually wants to be here. He can just no longer afford Moscow. This is a guy who made his students call him Your Excellency, which is a joke because he's an academic who's made a career of regurgitating other people's original ideas. What I'm trying to say is that he's a damn fraud. 25 years writing about art and commerce. What does he actually know about that?
I don't know, Vanya. You just sound jealous to me.
I am. I am jealous of him. And for the love of God, can you please explain to me the effect that he has on women? My sister, God rest her soul, had so many admirers, more admirers than he had students, and yet she loved him. And then there's my mother, who still worships the very ground that he walks on. She's spending hours and hours a day translating his work into other languages.
And then there's Yelena.
What is a beautiful, young woman like her doing with him? Does it make any sense?
And she's faithful to him?
Unfortunately.
You really are something else. Well, why would you say that?
I mean, look, listen, what's so bad about cheating on an old man you can't stand? You know, the true moral crime is being committed by him. He's robbing her of her youth and vitality.
Vanya, I really can't stand when you talk like that. It's crude and indecent. A person who cheats on their husband or wife is a traitor. They might as well betray their own country.
Shut up, Waffles. Please stop giving advice. It's misguided, and your tone of voice is exasperating to the ear. You know, you spend so much time here. You should pay rent to be around.
Vanya, please. My wife ran out of me only one day after our wedding. She said she found me facially repulsive. And after all these years, I've been faithful to her. I've still loved. And I continue to support the daughter she had with the other man. You talk about youth and vitality? My wife lost both of those years ago. Oh, and now her lover's dead. So what good did it get her? I may not have my happiness, but I do have my pride.
God have mercy on us.
Nanny, I almost forgot. The small press secretary from the local town is here. Could you please go down and tell them that Papa will not be speaking out? He's just incredibly busy reading and writing. And there will be no interview for the foreseeable future. Go, I'll handle the tea.
Zerra.
Dr. Astrov, call me Yelena. I insist.
Mrs. Yelena, I hope you have an explanation for summoning me out here. I'm a very busy doctor, especially during these times. You insisted that your husband has gout and he has become better. I don't understand. He looks perfectly fine to me.
Well, just 2 nights before he was bedridden, and I swear to you, doctor, he wouldn't shut up. What do you expect me to do?
Mrs. Zerra.
Yelena is fine too.
Mrs. Yelena, what I'm trying to get you to appreciate is the amount of sacrifice it takes to get here. You're over 20 miles away, and there are many sick people. People who are dying. People who could have benefited from me being with them.
I am sorry. Truly, I am.
Anyhow, it's getting late now. Sonia, I hate to ask this of you, but it looks like I'm going to have to stay the night.
Well, that's wonderful, Dr. Astrov. Wait, so we're going to get to spend time with you anymore? Oh, are you hungry? We can prepare something special for dinner.
I am going to be quite hungry, I reckon. I haven't eaten much today.
Well, then it is settled to stay for dinner and for the night. We'll cook up something special for our most dear friend. I'll go on. Papa really likes to eat before 7 these days. God, why is this tea always so cold?
The tea has indeed grown quite cold.
Well, Waffles, we'll just have to take it cold then. We should make the best of this.
Mrs. Zerra, please do not refer to me by that cruel name. My name is Ivan Ilya Ilyich Telegin. That is my name. There are a few people around this state who perpetuate on calling me Waffles on account of my freaking bounce back name. Aside from disrespecting my name, do you know what really offends me? The blatant disrespect for your husband, the professor. You should hear what people say about him when the two of you aren't around. People who are sitting in this very room. Say about what you want about the professor, but he never fails my name. Ivan Ilya Ilyich Telegin.
Oh, cry me a goddamn river, Waffles. Does anyone else seem to know why this pathetic fool continues to hang around here all the time?
I will have you know that I'm a man who owns property.
Okay.
And I am a dear friend and confidant of the professor. And I am Sonia's godfather. You are a sad, bitter man, Vanya.
Ivan Ilya Ilyich Telegin is our right-hand man around here. We would be so lost without his humor, his perspective, and his devotion. Isn't that right, Uncle Vanya?
Oh no! How can I forget?
Grandma, what's the
I
matter?
forgot to tell your father something that was very important. I got a letter today from Chekhov. She sent me her latest article. It's about post-industrial alienation and the effects of the women in the workforce.
A little bedtime reading between translating.
Oh, Dr. Astrov. I rather forgot you were coming. How are you doing?
Well, Mrs. Voinitsky, that article sure does sound interesting.
Interesting is one word for it. Paulina's now betraying the exact principle she stood for 2 years ago. It's insane. You young people change your mind about everything. One day you see blue, and then the next red. It just astounds me that I managed to forget.
Oh no, are you finally going senile, Mother? How tragically awful for all of us.
Yes. Sarcasm, Jean. We all know that's your true native language.
Mother, please, just have some tea and get back to your book.
Excuse me? Don't you dare command your mother to do anything. I'll have you know that you were not even an hour ago drunk and falling asleep
Come on,
in
I
the
was
chair.
already buzzed.
Your father would be...
Why don't you just give a rest? You're wearing yourself out.
He would be mortified with your behavior. You never listened to me. And in the last few days, I can hardly recognize you anymore. You used to be a man of such conviction. You had principles. You had an
Those
illumination.
principles betrayed me, and you know exactly.
No. I just can't hear another word of this. All you do is drink, and bitch. Day in and day out. So your principles haven't betrayed you. You betrayed yourself. Why? Because you don't do anything.
Grandma, Uncle Vanya, please, just give it a rest.
What have you done that is
And
so...
what has that esteemed, honored professor truly done? He spent so much time worshiping the...
I have principles. I have a purpose. I have translated his work into 3
And what has that gotten you? What have you actually done for the best? Jesus Christ.
Well, the weather sure is lovely today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a perfectly lovely day to hang oneself.
You're so disrespectful! It's so shameful!
Here, tick. Here, tick.
Nanny, what did the press record want? Did it want to interview Papa about his work?
No. Here, tick. Here, tick. They want to comment about the forest? Here, tick.
Marina, why in God's name are you calling the chickens?
One of the hens has gone off with the little chicks, and you know, there's hawks everywhere. Here, tick.
Is there a Dr. Astrov here?
I'm Dr. Astrov.
Sir, there's been an emergency, and I've been sent for you.
An emergency? Where? What happened?
Down at the factory, sir. A man's been crushed.
Very well, thank you. I'll be off to the factory as soon as I can. God damn it! It's just my luck!
Dr. Astrov, come back and sit down and have dinner with us.
I don't think I can. By that time, it will be too late.
But can I get you anything before you leave Papa? Some food, some bread and cheese? Why not take another shot of vodka before you hit the road?
Well, that does sound very nice. Well, so long, everybody. Miss Yelena, please feel free to come visit me some afternoon. You can bring Sonia as well. I'd be delighted to have you. Both of you. It's lovely. I have 75 acres and a beautiful garden. I grow plants that you can't find anywhere else around here. Oh, and this state forest is Right next to the estate. The forester is getting up there here, so I'm the one who usually takes care of it.
I've been told you are obsessed with the forest. I guess it is important work, but doesn't it interfere with your true job? You know, being a doctor and all.
My true job? God knows what that is.
Do you really enjoy it? Taking care of the forest?
I love it.
Yeah, and I'd love another drink. Thank you.
I've always thought it was an older man's profession. You don't look a day past 38.
Well, I'm still 37.
I've always been really good at guessing a man's age. I don't know. To me, it seems rather tedious. All those trees, one after the other. Doesn't it ever get dreadfully boring?
Boring? I don't think it's boring. I think, in fact, it is very interesting.
Poor Sonia's had to listen to my monologue before on the subject.
Because it's not boring, you know. The forests are the world's most precious ornament. Dr. Astrov plants trees every single year. He has even won a bronze medal for it. And he's on many committees that preserve the old West forests. Dr. Astrov has taught me that trees, they give beauty to life. They teach us how to recognize beauty. Did you all know that trees actually help temper the climate? And in regions where the climate is less severe, people tend to spend less of their energies. They are happier. They're gentler. People are healthier, taller, better looking. And in these type of societies, the sciences and the arts, they flourish. The more trees we have, the more we as human beings can live comfortably. And women, especially, are being treated with more grace and comfort.
Yeah, that's all fine, well and good, and please don't cancel me for it. But I'm going to continue to chop down my trees to build my barns. And then you can bet that in the winter, I'll need to keep warm, so I'm gonna have to cut down trees. And, oh, we need fuel to cook our food. So I won't be changing any of that.
You can burn some turf when using the stove. And you could build your barns out of brick. Look, I'm not against chopping down a tree every now and then, but why destroy the whole forest?
Look, man, shoot me. I just don't have all these warm and fuzzy feelings about trees.
Well, maybe you should. Do you have any idea how many of our great forests are being leveled? There are millions of trees already gone. And what happens because of this? Animal habitats and ecosystems are destroyed, our rivers become polluted, and it's all because we're too lazy to look for other sources of energy. We're human beings. We have the power to create and think rationally about things. But nowadays, all I see is destruction. We destroy everything we touch, and pretty soon it will be too late. Our actions are having an adverse effect on the climate too, and it makes one ask oneself, how will we leave our world for future generations? How will we leave it? Every year the world gets poorer and poorer, and uglier and uglier. Vanya, I don't care if you think I'm being ridiculous. And you know what? Maybe I am. But when I pass by a stretch of forest that I know is only still standing because I went to the landowner's house and convinced him to spare it, or when I wake up in the middle of the night and I hear the wind rustle in the trees that I planted, well, it makes me feel like I've done my part and that I can make a difference. And if in 1,000 years the world is a little bit more beautiful because of it, or well, when I think about it, it brings me almost to tears.
Sir, we will be going now, right?
Yes, I promise.
Why not take another shot before you leave?
I probably shouldn't.
Come on, it will put you in better spirits.
Well, okay. I really should get going now.
You will come back soon, though, won't you?
I will try, but I can't make any promises.
Just don't make me... I mean, us. Don't make us wait another one.
Sir, we will be going now, right?
Yes.
I'll look out with you.
And are we gonna do with you, Vanya?
What?
Don't play dumb. You know what I mean.
What?
Do you really have to torture your poor mother like that? You act so petty. And also, you must realize my husband does hear your complaining. When you think you're being subtle, you're actually not.
Yeah, that's actually because I hate him.
Oh, really? And why is that? He's no worse than anybody else, and he's certainly no worse than you.
Only you could look at your face right now. It's a beautiful face. But you always seem so detached.
Detached.
Yeah, it's like you don't care about a single soul and you just glide through life.
I'm more bored than anything else. I know everybody dislikes my husband. Okay, everybody hates my husband. And I know everybody pities me. They're curious about my intentions. Why are you married to an old man like that? But really, it all links back to what Astrov was just saying. If we're lazy enough, you might just destroy the forest. Pretty soon, all the possibility of hope, hard work, and compassion is just whisked away. When you think about it, Astrov is saying, we're just like the trees.
Yelena, my God.
My God, what is it with you men? You spent all this time trying to get a woman, and then when you finally have her, you hardly know she's there. You know, Astrov is right. You don't respect the rivers, or the trees, or the world. You don't respect women, and on top of all that, you don't respect each other.
Don't get feminist and spiritual.
You know, that man does have a handsome face. He does look a little done in his luck though. Maybe he's just tired. It's so painfully obvious. And Sonia is mad about him. I can't necessarily blame her.
Okay, yeah, why don't we change the subject? If we can.
Do you know what we have in common, Vanya? I mean, like, the reason why we bonded so much since we know each other?
What?
We are the most boring and tedious people in this whole damn estate. I mean it. We're never gonna be the... Vanya, you have to stop looking at me like that.
How could I not look at you like that? Yelena, I love you.
Vanya, stop.
I love every part of you, and I know that there's no way that you'll feel the same way. I know it, but I can't help wanting to see and hear your voice.
You better shut up. Someone is gonna hear you.
What do I have to do to convince you? All I want to do is see and hear you. This is all I need to be.
You are the worst. It's me.
Oh, Yelena, oh God. It's pain, it's unbearable.
You're practice before.
Can you kindly assist me with that, please?
There. Do you want me to shut the window as well?
God, no, it's hard as hell in here. What kind of question is that?
Fine. Whatever you want.
You know, I had the worst dream last night. I dreamed that my legs didn't belong to me and that I couldn't move them.
It wasn't a dream. Your gun was flared up again.
I think it's more my rheumatism than anything. And what time is it?
It's almost 1 o'clock.
If you could look in the library tomorrow and see if we still have a copy of Pachusco's poem, I'd appreciate it. Excuse me, I said if you could please look for
My
Pachusco.
God, I heard you, okay? Wouldn't you just get some sleep? This is the second night in a row. You've been up all night. People your age don't do that anymore. You're after all retired.
It certainly is no fun getting old. The older I get, the more I propose everyone, even myself.
Oh, really? And who is to blame for that? Don't blame us for your aging.
I know what everyone says about me. Everyone looks at me, but even so, the worst looks I get are from you. I'm an intellectual. I'm no fool. I repulse you. Just say it.
Stop it. I can't endure this constant need to be coddled and reassured.
Listen, Lena, I don't blame you. You're young, you're healthy, you're beautiful. Oh well, you're stuck here with me, an old man, half in the grave. But don't worry, they won't be long now. You get rid of me soon enough.
Alexandra, please. Please, I am begging you. You're unbearable.
Yeah, that's you and everyone else. I'm unbearable and insufferable to you in my retirement. How cruel of me, how inconsiderate of me.
Just stop. I swear I'm going to go crazy if I have to spend another night.
Yeah, I drive everyone crazy, you know.
Just shut up. Stop talking. Just shut up.
What if I don't?
Now where is that?
No, Yelena, no.
You could stay over here for now.
You know it's painful for me to move on my own.
You can stay right there.
You know when Vanya and his sad, idiotic mother open their mouth, everyone seems to pay attention. The moment I say one thing, it's like everyone wants to kill themselves. And I ask you, why? Don't I deserve some respect? Haven't I earned that? Can it be said I deserve some rights around here for the works I have published or the life I have built?
Nobody is denying your rights, Alexandra.
Well, I can't help it, okay? I still want some assignment in my life. I want to publish great works and be respected for my writings. I'm not ready to give up yet. God, this instead is like a person I see in this damn world is surrounded by idiots. You're all painfully stupid, and I have to sit here and watch lesser people than I succeed. I'm getting old, Lena. I'm scared. I'm scared of dying, but nobody cares. I'm just hated. You hate me because I'm old.
Just be patient. I'll be old and miserable one day too.
Papa, you had me sent for the trash truck. The moment he gets here, you refuse to be seen. Do you know how rude and inconsiderate that is? We called him out yet again in the middle of the night for no reason.
I don't want to be seen by your tree, doctor. The man is a quack. If he's prescribing medicine, I should be running a marathon.
Well, what are we going to do then? We can just send for the entire medical faculty from the universities of Moscow every time you get a little bit uncomfortable.
The man is a fool, and I refuse to be seen by him.
Alright, then I refuse to care. Don't make me send for him again, because I will ignore you.
What time is it?
Still 1 o'clock.
Sonia, can you pass me my drops? Solve it there by the cover. Not these, the other ones, my God. Now I can even expect the women in my life to do simple things for me.
You can pipe down now. Maybe these other people around my estate don't mind pandering to you like a baby. But I certainly will not. I single-handedly run this place. I know how to perform every chore. I know where everything is, and I do all the work around you. Oh, and guess what? I need to be up in 3 hours to start making hay. So believe me, the last thing that I want to be doing right now is taking care of my ungrateful father at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be making any hay, Sonia. Everything's gonna be wet. There's a nasty storm going on. I'll play nurse until the sun comes up. You and
No. You two can leave me with him. As soon as you leave, he'll turn this room into a torture chamber. He won't stop until I cry out the uncle.
You just have to let them get some sleep, Professor. It's the second night now that they've been up with you.
I'm tired, Papa. I am so tired.
You can't listen. Whatever sliver of respect or compassion you have for me, please, I will let them go to rest. But you have to go too. Please, Sonia, you have to make him leave. He'll talk my brain out until it explodes. He won't be content until my brain matter is splattered all over the floor.
Well, it doesn't have to be your brain that explodes, not necessarily. It could be your heart, or your liver, or your scrotum. All of those would work too. I'm trying to compromise. I'm trying to be flexible.
Oh, Marina, please, get back to bed at once.
The table hasn't been cleared yet. How can I go to sleep if the table hasn't been cleared yet? Besides, all of you are being incredibly loud.
Ah, great. Now everyone's awake and I'm sure you all be quick to blame me. Go on, I'm ready. Maybe because you all can't sleep.
We aren't feeling all too well, are we? Are your legs giving you trouble again?
Mine troubling me too. I remember your first wife, Sonny's mother. She used to be breathless all throughout the night as well. She used to hate seeing you like this. She loved you very much.
Yes, I remember that.
They don't care for us all people. We think they will, but when they see how much of a burden we truly are. I know. But go on now. I can make you some tea and do a little prayer for you. I can sing. I can sing the little song you used to like when you were sick.
Yes, I like that, Marina.
Very good. Off we go. Sonia, my dear, I will need your help getting him upstairs tonight.
Yes, of course, I'll come with you.
I don't even think I have the strength to stand.
Me both. This is the third night now that I've been up with you.
Something is deeply wrong with this place and the people that live here. The sky could be falling and your mother would still be translating her pamphlets. The professor is always cranky and he's petrified of you. Sonia is mad at her father. She's mad at me. God, she hasn't spoken a single word to me in weeks. You hate my husband and you torture your mother. And as for me, I am so painfully bored and upset. I swear I must have cried 20 times just today.
Don't get philosophical now, please.
Vanya, be real with me, please.
You're a smart man. You must understand that all this arguing, these big fights don't help anything. You must make up with Alexandra. Make peace with your mother.
Okay? But I need to make up with myself first. Yelena,
Vanya?
Stop that. You know what happened to you last time. Don't make me slap you again.
You know, Yelena, the rain will pass by soon. These fields and forests will breathe again. But not me. Walking around this estate, being alone with my thoughts, it makes me feel like I've thrown my entire life away. My past was wasted on trivial bullshit. And the present, well, it's just so nauseating that the only logical remedy is to drink. This is the state of my life right now. My feelings for you will never change, I know that. But they'll also never amount to anything.
You know, Vanya, whenever you speak of love and how you feel about me, I just feel completely empty. I'm sorry, I can't say anything more. No, I should be headed back.
Don't you see how we're both in pain? We're the only ones in this estate that can truly understand one another. What's preventing us from opening up to each other? Don't you understand where I'm coming from? Don't you understand me?
Is Dr. Astrov still here? Will he be staying the night?
Yes, he's here somewhere. Why are you changing the subject?
Answer me this. Why did you have to start drinking today?
God, it makes me feel like I have a real life. Is that what you want to hear?
You have drunk so much in the past 2 weeks. You're not even fun to be around anymore. No! I'm going to bed. You know, actually, these days, I don't know if I'm more bored by you or disgusted by you.
I met her 10 years ago now. I was 41 and she was 19. God, why couldn't I have fallen in love with her back then? I mean, she wouldn't have known any better. I asked her to marry me right then on the spot. She would have said yes. She'd be my wife right now. There would be a thunderstorm, one just like tonight, and it would startle her, and she'd come to me, and I'd just say, I'd grab her, and I'd say, I'm here. Everything's gonna be okay, I've got you. God, my mind is such a maze. How did I ever get so old? She probably just sees me as a joke, some pathetic joke. I used to respect my brother-in-law. I used to devour his writings just like my mother. Me and Sonia spent hours a day just trying to preserve his legacy. We starved ourselves. We got everything that we could out of this place, and we just sent it all to him. And someone please explain to me, what was it for? He's a joke. He's a nobody. Nobody even reads his work. I've wasted my entire life on that man.
There he is. Telegin, play something for us.
Everyone's asleep.
I said play. Vanya, why are you all alone? What happened to the ladies?
They left.
Say, what time is it?
Hell, fine. Don't you have a watch?
Where's Yelena?
She left. I told you. God, you're half in the bag, huh?
Half in the bag. What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I need to get there. God, Waffles, can you shut up with that thing? You're horrible.
don't have to be so cruel.
You know, Yelena is very, very attractive. Maybe that's why I keep coming back every time I'm sent for. I mean, he won't listen to anything I say, not a word. I tell him to rest, he doesn't rest. I tell him to take this kind of medicine, and what does he do? He pours it down the sink. Alas. But I come back and drink it. Maybe he's faking it.
He's not. He's very ill.
Why are you being Mr. Grumpy Pants? I'm shocked to see you for you to be so sympathetic to him. Yeah, I know. You should go out into the rain. It's fun when you're drunk.
Can you just leave me alone? I'm not in the mood right now.
You love her, Vanya. I know it.
No, she's just my friend.
No. That can't be. And I'll tell you why. A woman can only be a man's friend after completing the full cycle, the full process.
The full process? Okay, yeah, tell me about that.
First, she is a man's acquaintance. Then she becomes his lover. And then, and only then, does she become a friend.
You're 3 sheets to the wind.
3 sheets to the wind. 3 sheets to the wind. But what does that even mean?
It means you're drunk. You went dancing in the rain. Gosh, you nearly took off all your clothes. And now you're all wet. But you want me to play the violin. But it's rude because people are sleeping. You're very drunk.
You know, Waffles, for someone who claims to own property, you sure could fool me. Why are you here? Why are you always here?
You know, just because a man has to own property doesn't mean he wants to live there. You know, sometimes a property could have, I don't know, bugs or rats and no roof. Not like that's my situation. I'm just saying, you should never know about someone's life. And you shouldn't be so cruel. And you shouldn't drink. You know, I had a cousin who drank. One time, he got so bad. He fell asleep on the train tracks. Well, you know what happened. It was not a pretty sight.
Boom! You should play something. You should play music.
No, I would, but Vanya hates my playing. And everyone is asleep. It is highly inconsiderate.
Music! You should switch them, man. And we could go to my house. Where's it go? I knew a guy in medical school. I used to say go. Like, let's go to class. Let's go. Let's go. Forgive me, I'm all wet and exposed.
Uncle Vanya, why did you and the doctor have to be drunk again? You guys are acting as a bunch of teenage boys. Why didn't you stop at your age?
Age has nothing to do with it, Sonia. When your life is one meaningless nothing, you make do with dreams. They're better than nothing.
I have cut all the hay for the past 2 months. And this week, the rain hasn't stopped it. All the work that I just do is just running away in the fields. You know, I have dreams too. I do. But I still work. And I'm so tired and I'm worn out, Uncle. And you won't even answer.
You look so much like your mother. You look so much like my sister. If she could only see us now, if she only knew.
She only knew what? Shooting you what, Uncle?
Nothing. Nothing, man. It's too painful. Waffles, why don't we go down to the parlor? We can have a shot, play some cards or something.
I do not drink. But I do play cards.
Yeah, Astrov, why don't you come to... Okay.
What's wrong, Sonia? Is everything okay?
Just don't let my uncle get that drunk with you again. It's very bad when you're at his age.
Yes, you're right. I promise we won't drink like that again. Anyways, I should probably be getting home.
You're in no condition. Please, it's still raining. Just wait until morning. Just take it.
Sonia, you must not ask me to come out here anymore. It truly is a waste of time. I tell your father he has gout and he wants to call it rheumatism. I tell him to rest for 3 days and then he chooses to be pushed around through the forest.
He's just a big baby. That's all. But, would you like something to eat?
God, yes.
You know, midnight snacks are actually my favorite. You know, my father, he was incredibly popular with women. I think just all that attention just spoiled him a little bit too much. He's just a big baby.
Thank you. I haven't eaten at all today. All I've done was, well, drink. But yeah, your father is something else. Do you mind if you could pour me?
Just one more, Doctor, then you're cut off.
You know, since we're all alone, I feel like I could be honest with you. Perfectly honest. I could not live here. I'd suffocate. Between the boredom and the tedium, it would suffocate me. Sonia, your whole family, nobody can see past themselves. They're delusional. Between your father and your grandmother, neither of them has an appetite for anything other than the constant reading and writing. Your uncle is so depressed that it hurts to see him like that. And don't even get me started on your stepmother. She's a whole different matter.
How so? What do you have to say about my stepmother?
She doesn't do anything. She just eats and sleeps and goes on long walks. Okay, maybe she'll read a book every now and then, but she doesn't do anything. Everyone else just does everything for her. She's bored, so she just charms everyone and, well, flirts with everyone. Okay, maybe I'm being too critical. I don't like my life either.
Do you really mean that, Dr. Astrov? You don't like your life?
I don't want to die. I want to live. But these lives we live aren't lives. Nobody's productive. Nobody talks to one another. They simply don't get it. Except you. You don't deserve this. Sonia, you're so warm, so incredibly sweet. You know what it's like to work better than anyone else here. Am I right?
I guess, yeah, I mean, yes, I do.
It gets so tiring working this hard. It's like you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I find myself so irritable. I don't like anyone. I don't love anyone. I have warm feelings for Marina. She reminds me of my old nanny. But that's not the same, of course.
Do you really mean that you don't love anyone?
It's hard for me to love petty people. People who can't see what's in front of them. People who can't transcend the self. People label each other. They dismiss each other. For example, I'm an eccentric because I love the trees or because I don't eat meat. But they don't know me. They don't get anything about me. A person can have a love, yes, a love for the earth and for his fellow humankind. But nowadays you simply can't talk about that stuff. People don't get it. They label you. They dismiss you.
Please don't. Don't drink anymore.
Why? Why not?
Astrov, that's not what you really want. You're a beautiful human being. You have ideas. You're sensitive. You speak of listening to each other, of sitting in the forest. You condemn people to the destruction. Then why are you destroying yourself?
You're right. I'm going to stop drinking. From this moment forward, I'll be completely sober the rest of my life.
You're joking with me.
Not at all. I'm giving up drinking.
Really? Do you promise?
I promise.
Well, that makes me really, really happy.
I still appreciate beauty. I guess I'll just live on surrounding myself with beauty. My walks in the forest, the beauty of nature. Although, I'm not going to lie. If Yelena ever came up to me one night, I mean, if I ever came back and she'd approach me, she'd probably knock me to the moon and back. She'd probably knock me out sideways, but that's not love, that's just, well, you know.
I don't think I do, but I'd better check on Papa. Say, Astrov, say if I had a friend or a younger sister and you find out that she loved you, what would you say, like, how would you react?
I probably wouldn't say anything. I would just tell her that I couldn't love her. That it would be impossible. It's getting late now and I'm beat. I'll try to sneak past your uncle, otherwise I'm sure I'll just end up drinking some more. I'll see you later, okay? You have a good night.
He didn't say anything about me. He hasn't given me any indication that he feels anything for me. But then why am I so happy to be around him? Even when I said that thing my friend, my little sister, he didn't get any of it. God, I'm such a fool. God, why do I have to be so plain? How easy it must be if you're beautiful. You know, last Sunday I was leaving church, and when I was leaving, I heard this lady behind me. She said, "There goes Sonia Serra. She is such a sweet girl, and she has such a wonderful disposition." It is such a shame. She's just so plain.
The storm is starting to abate. Well, at least a little bit. Is Dr. Astrov still here?
Please, I know you just saw him walk upstairs.
Sonia,
What?
Sonia, how long are you going to stay mad at me? We haven't done anything to hurt each other. We haven't done anything to warrant this hostility. Can we just stop? Can we just be friends?
Oh, you don't know how long I've been long for this. I've been so tired of being angry. I'm tired of being angry all the time. Is Papa asleep?
What do you think?
No.
Of course, he's upstairs writing away. And what is all this?
Oh, I fixed the doctor something to eat. He hasn't eaten all day.
Ooh, we still have some red wine left. Why don't we drink? Friendship.
I'd like that.
But out of the same glass. That's the best way.
Sure.
Friends?
Friends. You know, I wanted to make up for so long. I guess I was just embarrassed. I didn't really know my feelings.
Don't cry because I'm gonna cry and I don't wanna cry right now.
Oh, don't mind me.
Sonia, I know why you were mad at me. Look, I get it. You thought I took advantage of your father, that I married him for the money. But it's not true. I was dazzled by him at first. I swear it. I swear my intentions were pure. But ever since the wedding, you've looked at me with such contempt. You have no idea what that kind of look does to you. Especially when it comes from another woman. Sonia, you are so intelligent. You must understand, you can't look at other people like that. You don't know how much it stings.
No more grudges. No more resentment. Yelena, can I ask you some questions?
Of course, my love.
Are you happy?
No. Next question.
I could tell. But okay, next question. Be honest. Do you wish you had a younger husband?
Yes, silly girl, of course I do. What's your next question?
Do you like Dr. Astrov?
Yes, very much.
I just feel so stupid, but he's the first person that I think about every morning when I wake up. I swear, When I'm near him, I feel like my heart is just gonna jump out of my chest and I feel so hopeless.
He's a special man, for sure.
What's it like being with a man?
Oh, Sonia, you have never...
No, it's an incredibly lonely thing sometimes and I just... You must think I'm a freak or something.
No, and I can't answer that. They're all different. Every encounter is different.
Dr. Astrov is like no other man that I've ever met.
He has talent. He's a genius. You do know what it means to have genius, right? It means to have vision. When he talks about planting all those trees and the effects that they will have 100 years from now, that's genius. You know, I feel so light right now, I feel like playing piano in the apartment.
I'd love to hear play.
Okay, I will go upstairs and ask your father because you know how he is about music when he's writing. Sonia.
Yes?
I'm glad we did this. You women, we must look out for each other. Your father sent me.
And now everyone, Acts 3 and 4 of Uncle Vanya.
Sonia, what time is it?
Oh, you mean since the last time you asked me 3 minutes ago? It's 1:45.
1:45. Okay. 1:45. Well, I can hardly wait to see why His Excellency, the esteemed professor of bullshit, has summoned us all here. What could he possibly need to say to us all?
I have no idea, Uncle.
You know, I wonder if she knows. Look at her, she's just a staggering piece of inertia. Someone should paint her as she is, the lazy lady's afternoon, or the idle woman reading. And if a painter couldn't find inspiration from this image, maybe a novelist. I can see the words on the page right now. The indolent woman busied herself with idleness. She enjoyed short but robust walks in the forest. And then when she would come back, she would go near a bay window before contemplating the inherent pleasures of being a gold-digging harlot with a volcanic appetite for fine spirits and men, preferably sailors and ex-convicts on the chain gang with strong arms.
Vanya, shut up! My God, your insistent babbling is enough to drive everyone mad. Don't you ever get sick of hearing yourself talk? I mean, seriously. God, I am so bored. If I don't find something to do, I'm going to crack up.
There's a lot of things to do. In fact, there's many things that need to be doing around here. Just take your pick.
And what, pray tell, is it that you think I should do?
Oh well, let's see then. You can help me make hay. Then there's the chicken to take care of. The never-ending cleaning of the house. Oh, and then there's the cooking of the meals.
But I don't know how to do any of those things.
Then why not learn? Yelena, listen, do you know how many young children around these parts don't know how to read and write? Why not become a teacher?
A teacher. Are you serious? I can't be a teacher. It's hard to come. Besides, could you imagine me in a classroom full of smelly children? I would lose my mind completely.
Well, you have to do something. I'm beginning to think your boredom is contagious. I mean, darling, look at what he's done to us already. Uncle Vanya follows you around the estate all day like a puppy dog, even as he mocks you. Oh, then there's Dr. Astrov. We hardly ever saw him save for a few times each year. But now, he practically lives here, and it's not that he has left the state in weeks. Oh, and then there's me now as well, slacking with my work, always constantly trying to find just an excuse just to come sit with you and engage in idle chatter. You have put a spell on all of us.
Vanya, you tried the patience of a saint.
But you're right. And I should make it up to you. I'll go fetch you some peace offering from the garden. Autumn roses.
Oh, poor thing, he's hopeless. God, it's September now. What are we going to do? All cooped up like this in this prison. Come to think of it, do you know where Dr. Astrov is?
I think he's in Uncle Vanya's room examining some maps of the forest. Actually, Yelena, I'm glad Uncle Vanya left. There's something that I've been meaning to ask you.
What?
Oh, well, I couldn't seem to have.
Sonia, what is it?
Be honest, do you think I'm ugly?
What? No, you have the most gorgeous complexion and beautiful hair.
Yelena, please, that's what everybody says to women that they don't think are beautiful. Oh, I love your hair, you have beautiful eyes. God, this is hopeless, isn't it? I have been in love with Dr. Astrov for 6 years now. That's even longer than I knew my own mother. I have loved him longer than my own mother. Oh, and did you know that yesterday? I even told Uncle Vanya that I was in love with him. I couldn't control myself. Now everybody knows now.
And do you think he feels the same way?
No, he never notices me.
Say, Sonia, why don't you let me speak to him for you? I'll be subtle about it. I'll only hint that the girl in question is you. It's torture to go on with all this uncertainty. Sonia, believe me, this is the best way. Look, if he loves you back, well, great. And if he doesn't, then he needs to leave this estate. Immediately. It's not fair to you.
But maybe not knowing is better. I mean, at least there's still some hope.
Really? You can't believe that. Please, let me do this for you. There is nothing worse than knowing another person's secret and not being able to help them. Sonia is agonizing over him, but it's so clear. He doesn't love her. He doesn't love her, but that's no reason why he shouldn't marry her. She's not the prettiest girl, but she's kind, hardworking, and pure. She'd make an excellent wife for a doctor his age. Probably better than I would be. I can't blame her for how she feels. This house, the people that live here, these mindless days of boredom, and then he shows up. He's like a moon rising on a dark night. I could imagine myself surrendering to his embrace, losing myself in his arms. I think I'm in love with him myself. Sometimes it's fun to fantasize about running away with him. but I would never. I'm too much of a coward and I will never forgive myself.
Yelena, there you are. Are you ready for our conversation?
Is this a good time for you?
Yeah, yes, of course. Just come over. So look, 50 years ago, I was reading some maps about the estate. 50 years ago, the estate was fully populated with trees. I mean, it was an entire forest. There were even swarms of elk and geese just roaming around. But then, 25 years later, or 25 years before, a third of the forest was already gone. And the worst part is, right now in our current era, the forest is almost completely barren. And I mean, it would be fine if they used the land for something, but...
Astrov, I'm really sorry, but I can't really understand that right now, and my mind's not really in it.
I really need to ask you something. It concerns my stepdaughter, Sonia.
What about her?
How do you really feel about her?
Well, I mean, I'm fond of her. Why?
But are you attracted to her as a woman?
No, not at all.
Astrov, you must realize it is so painfully obvious how she feels about you. And if you don't feel the same way, you must leave this estate immediately.
I'm not in this estate for her. Look, if you would have told me this a few weeks ago, I would have left right then and there. But that's not the situation anymore. And we both know it. Yelena, it's so clear that we both feel something for each other.
At this point, you're really new. You don't know what you're talking about.
Why don't we just drop this facade? I mean, I'm right here, aren't I? Why don't you just take me? I mean, devour me!
Have you completely lost your mind? What do you take me for? A whore? No, seriously, what do you take?
Yelena, I don't know if these are the...
It sure is a shame these days. These autumn days are so short. I'm gonna get out of here.
Vanya, please, please, you have to help me and my husband get out of here. Please, I am begging you. You would do whatever you have to do. I can't stay in this prison.
Yelena, what do you honestly expect me to do? I mean, seriously.
Well, think of something.
But we have to leave. Today, in fact.
I've been fighting this hard, bothersome, cold-headed myself, Your Excellency. Perhaps there's something going on in this estate.
Yes, it's very interesting, but where the hell is everyone? God, I hate this house. It's a never-ending maze of outdated furniture. There are too many rooms, 26 rooms. For what? You can never find anyone, and it's so embarrassing to be waved around.
That's why you have me here, Professor. I'll move you around. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Is he?
Well, we are ready to begin. We're just waiting on...
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm needed here, so I'm just gonna go.
Oh, no, do stay. This concerns you most of all.
Yeah, what the hell do you mean by that?
Why are you getting so mad at me?
I'm just thinking.
Ah, there she is, the lady of the house. Now we can begin.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My German is getting rusty, and I find it nowadays it is taking me twice as long to translate some of your denser passages there, Professor.
Yes, very well. As you all know, I'm getting up there in years. I'm getting older, no? I'm sure.
Alexandra, don't let age concern you. It's simply just a number. You shouldn't let it slow you down. I don't, and neither should you.
Well, we're all getting older, okay? And as you know, I'm a man of letters. Practicals, matter of the words, provinces, finances have always been a mystery to me. So I turn to people that know better. I turn to you, Ivan, and you too, John. We are in the hands of God at the end of the day. So I think it's time to for us to take a stock in our lives to solve our financial problem. And I don't speak for myself certainly. My life, it's over. But I have a young wife and an unmarried daughter. There's simply no way we can go living like this. My wife and I are simply not country people.
I have always told you this. You need the hustle and bustle of the city. You need the thrill of the streets and the people, the ballet, the libraries. You need culture.
Yes, very well. Yelena and I cannot afford to live in Moscow from the income this state generates. If we were to do something like sell the timber rights, that'll be a one-time transaction. We could never repeat it. What we need to do is figure out a way to get fixed income. Now I have come up with a plan and have gathered all of you here to more or less discuss my proposition. I'm not gonna bore you with the details, rather I'll give you a summary, an outline of some sorts. The average return of this estate year to year is about 2%. I propose we sell it. Then we can manage the incomes to bump us up to about a 4 to 5% year to year, and that way Yelena and I can buy a nice summer home in Finland. It goes without saying, you'll all be more than welcome to come.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, my hearing is starting to go. What did you just say?
Yelena and I are going to buy
No, before that.
Oh, I propose we sell the house.
There it is! Okay, sell the house. Okay, and where do you think I should live? Where do you think my old mother should live? Your own daughter, Sonia. Where are we all gonna go? Marina? Where are we all just gonna go?
Oh, don't forget about me. I know I don't live here, but I still feel connected. Spiritually.
Those details will come later on.
No. Because unless I'm going completely insane, I seem to remember that this estate doesn't belong to you. It belongs to my niece. Sonia, my father bought it as a dowry for my sister, and when she passed, Sonia inherited it right then and there. So what makes you think you even have the ability to sell it?
I'll discuss the selling with her. Of course, you do know this benefits her, right?
Benefits her. Give me a goddamn break. I need a drink. I need to drink.
John, don't you dare contradict Alexandra like that. He knows better than we do.
Yeah, he knows shit, mother. What kind of man abandons his own daughter? You're pathetic. Me and Sonia have been slaving away for countless years. We've done physical labor that you couldn't even conceive of. And it was all for you. You and your stupid ass dream. You're a waste. You know nothing. You are nothing. Nothing. Sell the house. Work into the goddamn right. And you know what's the funniest part of all of this? We were so proud of you. We were so proud of all your writings, but it was all bullshit. Bullshit! All of it was bullshit! I can't believe it.
You are the biggest disgrace.
Mother, stop talking.
No!
Where are we?
No! You are a disgrace!
Mother, please explain to me. Where are we gonna go? We have nothing! This is all that we
In
have!
life, we have to make
Where You are a bastard.
You know, I think it's best for me to leave. Get me away from this madman.
No, Papa, please, you have to understand. This is the only place we have. We're so tremendously unhappy. You can't sell the house, please. You must understand.
Sonia, if you want to discuss it later, I'll gladly accept you, but not here, not like this.
Sorry.
Marina, what are we going to do? Oh, my dear. Oh, everything will be alright. Oh, we'll figure it all out. Oh, my sweet orphan girl. I just can't believe it. This is so fair, Vanya. Baby, you're my sweet girl. I'll go check on them, okay? Everything will be alright. I'll pray for them. I'll pray for them morning, noon, and night. Everything will calm down. And we will always have each other, okay?
Sonia,
Please don't. Please.
I think this is for the best. That we leave. We'll come to see that.
Oh my God, Vanya! What are you doing? Vanya!
Vanya! Get away! Get away! God, he's mad!
I missed twice!
Right now.
What are we doing? Get them away from each other! Get me out! Get me out! Get me out! I can't do this! Get me out! Get me out of this house! Get me out! Get me out!
I saw that.
I needed something to calm my nerves. I'd like to embargo, but this is all too much.
Today was one of the worst days I've ever lived. I can only use a little comfort right now.
Ivan, I can't unsee what I've seen. I won't be able to sleep for nights. They should all be ashamed of themselves. Where exactly is everybody?
Well, after the initial shot, Yelena and Voinitsky were with the professor. Astrov and Sonia were with Vanya. They were afraid that he might do something, that he might harm himself.
I just had to go to my room. I just couldn't. Where's the gun?
I hid it. I waited until everyone left. I buried it in the forest. Nobody will ever find it.
Ivan, that was very wise of you.
No, more than meets the eye. I know everyone thinks I'm just plain stupid and silly, but I genuinely care about everyone here. It was only going to do more harm than good. I had to hide it.
You're a good man, Ivan. I know it and God knows it.
Tell him to leave us. We're in the middle of something and it doesn't concern you. Leave.
Really? That's the tone you're going to take after all of this? Okay.
Vanya, if I have to wait here for weeks, I'll do it. Give me back what you have stolen.
I didn't take anything.
Yes, you did, and don't play dumb. There's a bottle of morphine missing from my traveling case. You went in there and took it.
I did no such thing. And why don't you ask the air professors Harley if they took it? They sure could use some right about now.
And why didn't you point the gun at your own head?
Wow, even you hate me now too, huh?
Vanya, I will use force if I have to. I will tell you I will use force. You have no business to give medicine like that. People who are in pain, who are in agony need that. Not some pathetic fool who feels sorry for himself.
You know, I've thought about doing it for years. But the day wasn't premeditated. I just had to do it. But that's the bitter irony. I can't even succeed at being bad. Isn't that the bitterest irony?
Bravo, bravo, take your bow. But your performance as some badass will color me unimpressed. You know, I used to think that crazy, deranged behavior was some malady related to upbringing or the environment. But now, I think everyone is deranged. We all live in bad environments. We do it to each other. So the bitterest irony of them all is that you're perfectly normal.
How can I go on with the shame? It's worse than any physical pain that you can imagine. How can I go on?
You'll find a way.
Sometimes I wish I could just wake up from this life, or at least start over. Wouldn't that be amazing? Just starting over with a new life.
Well, you'd probably screw that one up too.
I wouldn't.
You would. Vanya, I've learned that it's in our nature to be unsatisfied. As long as we're living, there will always be something not quite right, something out of reach off in the distance. For me, my only consolation is that one day people will look back on our era and they'll wonder how we got through it all. They'll look back on these sad, pathetic lives we lived. Hopefully they will do so with compassion. I know I've turned into a cynic, but this still carries me through. One day the world will be kinder and gentler. People won't destroy the earth, and they'll realize how desperately we need each other.
Wow. Is that supposed to comfort me?
That's not my concern. And come to think of it, I'll still make good on my promise. To tell you, if you don't give me the bottle of
I didn't take anything. Don't you remember? I've been with you for the last 3 hours. Yeah, exactly.
Listen, if you're thinking of doing the unspeakable, please don't. I mean, go somewhere where they'll never find you. Otherwise, I'll be called back to do the autopsy. And how awful would that be for me? No offense, but I don't want to see your dead, naked body. Sonia, tell your uncle to give me back what he has stolen.
Uncle, did you take something from Dr. Astrov?
It's a bottle of morphine. It's missing from my traveling
Give
case.
it back, Uncle.
I didn't take anything.
Listen, I know you're unhappy. I am too. In fact, I might be even more so, but Uncle, I need you. You can't leave me alone in this house. You can't just go on and harm yourself. I won't let you.
Sonia, I'm so sorry for everything.
Then let's make this right. Please, let's do the right thing. Just give the bottle back to Dr. Astrov. Please.
Here.
There. Now I can get going.
Vanya, Alexandra would like to speak to you before we leave.
I don't think I can.
Yes, you can. Go.
Yes, Uncle, please, it's for the best. Just make amends with Papa. That's the least you can do after everything. I'll go with you.
Well, we're leaving now, so this is goodbye.
Already?
Yes, the carriage is outside as we speak.
Goodbye then.
Astrov, you do realize you can't stay here.
Yeah, I know. I was leaving today as well. You were pretty frightened today, no?
Yes. I heard Waffles, Ivan, well, I heard him say it's the worst day he's lived through. And I have to agree.
Why not change your mind?
No. I've made my decision. In fact, I am so confident I can tell you in the face. Me and my husband are leaving. Today. I just ask you one thing. Please remember me as a good person. I just want you to respect me.
Respect you. Yelena, you don't do anything. You have no goals, you just exist.
That just made me so angry. But I can't hate you. In fact, I'll tell you something. I was attracted to you. No, I still am. But this is probably the last time we'll ever see each other. So, why not part as friends?
Yes, you should get going. You know, you and your husband really are something else. We all led productive lives around here. We had our little jobs, and we did them well too, even Vanya. But then you showed up with your husband, and we had to drop everything just to take care of his gal. And we all became obsessed with you. But you guys really don't do anything. And it's infected all of us. After all, nothing will come of nothing.
Shakespeare?
Yes.
See? I don't do nothing. I read. After everything, I just wish you all the best.
Me too. I wish you the same.
I should get going.
Yes, your carriage is out front. You probably should be.
Oh, that's that. Everything will be as it once was. So though I must say, what I have experienced in this house over the last 24 hours has given me enough inspiration to keep me writing for another decade. Although I never expected to know what it's like to have your life flash before your eyes at gunpoint. But surprisingly, it made me feel more alive. So, Vanya, I accept your apology gladly. Your attempted murder was the exact inspiration I needed to get back on the old horse. When I go publish, you all be the first to receive copies. And as I said before, everything will be as it was. You continue to send income from the state to our new household in Kharkov, and we'll keep the estate here, up and running. No need to sell it.
Sorry. That's great news.
Yes, everything will be as it was before.
But Alexandria, Kharkov won't be like Moscow. It's smaller, less cultured, and the personalities are a little more provincial. But this will be a welcome change for you. You must send me a picture the moment you acclimated your new apartment, and make sure I can see the libraries. As always, I stay your devoted translator until death do us part.
As always, Maria Vasilevna, a pleasure.
Dear Professor, please don't forget about me. Please write back. And don't forget about the small people.
Yes, very well. Marina, Sonia, if you please. The footmen are outside to help me carry on with my carriage. Yelena, say your goodbye.
I know that we're never going to see each other again. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry.
There you go. Tomiko feels loved.
Goodbye, Vanya.
Telegin, have my wagon brought around, if you please. You're not even going to see them leave?
I can't. Not after that. I need to work. I need to get to work.
Well, there they go. I'm sure they both feel relieved. And I'm sure they'll both be hardly coming back much, if ever.
They're gone now.
They're gone. I hope everything works out for them. Uncle, we have to get back to work.
Yes, we have to get back.
Look, look how far behind we're with the bills. They just came in today, look.
They've gone now.
Dr. Astrov, thank God you're here. I've been sent for you. Unfortunately, there's been another emergency in town.
Well, you knew just where to find me.
Yes, some man got shot in a sort of family feud.
Sounds like just another thing.
Yes, we must go.
Luckily, I had my wagon brought around. I was just about to leave.
Perfect. We can just follow each other to town.
I'll be right there.
Sir, with all due respect, no you won't. You have a snack and then a shot or two of vodka, and then the poor man will probably just bleed out and die.
That's not fun. Besides, I made a promise to someone. No more drinking. Vanya. Goodbye.
Goodbye, handsome. And remember, men forget.
But God remembers. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay, let's get to work, Uncle.
Yeah, I can do it right now.
Okay, I'll just get a chair and I'll sit with you and we'll divide up the work. We'll keep ourselves occupied. Let's see. July! Oh my God! We're 2 whole months behind now, okay? We have 74. Uncle Vanya, we have to work, please. We have to.
Sonia, I'm so sorry. I am so unhappy here. I'm so sorry, Fred.
Uncle Vanya, what you did was so very wrong. I mean, yes, it didn't actually happen, but it was wrong. You almost took a life, Uncle, my father's life, and that's not something you can just come back from or even forgive. But even so, you're all I have left. And you were twice the father than he was ever to me. You raised me, you fed me, you comforted me, and then when I was scared. And Marina too, how could I forget? And my wonderful godfather, Ivan, Ilya, and Telegin. You guys are my true family. And we will get through this. We'll work. We'll drown ourselves in work just like before, and it'll be toilsome and it'll be gruesome, but we'll grin and we'll bear it. We'll hardly ever know a moment's rest, and we'll spend our entire lives just working to support other people's dreams, but it won't be as bad because we have each other and we won't be alone. Uncle Vanya, I know you wish you had someone to wake up next to, someone to work for. I do too. I do, but I'm gonna tell you something. I am not giving up. I'm not, you know what? Because God, He's so good. He's so good that even if we're destined to wake up alone for the rest of our lives one day, after we pass, we will be loved. And we will know rest, I know it. We will know rest.
5, which is a communal effort made by our cast here and by our wonderful director. And we just want to thank you all for coming and enjoying this with us too.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming tonight. We have been working for so long, making sacrifices every single day, and this is really just our pleasure. And I am about to cry. This is my last year, and it's just crazy to have this opportunity. And yeah, I just want to thank you.
For coming out. Please drive home safely, and I hope this play teaches you to truly be kind to the people in your lives and enjoy and be thankful for every moment, big and small. Thank you.